Hi Pathway Stars, it's your friendly neighborhood music man here with today's music challenge for Thursday, May 21st. I hope you've been enjoying these amazing rainy days that we've had this week. And in light of all this rain, I thought that today we would try to make a rain stick. So some of you may remember the rain stick from my classroom. It looks kind of like this. Unfortunately, I don't have it with me today. It's back at school. But I did want to show you a picture to hopefully jog your memory so you know what I'm talking about. Remember, when we use the rain stick, we can turn it one way and the other, and we hear this sort of rain sound. And what's inside there are all these seeds and beads that kind of travel through little channels and tunnels all throughout the rain stick. It's like a dried up piece of cactus in there. And so it makes a rain sound. So we're going to try to make one of those today, which I know you can do. All you need is the right supplies. So let me show you what we're going to use today to make your rain stick. You're going to need some kind of tube. I just used an empty paper towel tube. You'll need some aluminum foil. You'll need a pencil, some scissors, some tape, something to put inside to make a rain sound. I'm going to use popcorn kernels. You could also use some small pieces of pasta, like the little elbow noodles in your mac and cheese, or you could use some dry beans or even dried rice. Just be sure you don't cook the beans and rice. That would be gross. Make sure they are still dry, but you're going to need something like that. You'll also need something that will maybe help you trace a larger circle in there. So that might come in handy too, because that's one of the first things we're going to need to do. And one more thing you'll need is a piece of stiff paper. I'm using a piece of cardstock here, or if you don't have cardstock, just a regular piece of paper will work as well. All right, so let's get started and get all your supplies first ready to go. And the first thing you're going to do is you're going to take your circle shape and make sure that the circle you use is bigger around than the tube that you're using for your rain stick. You want it to be bigger around. I'll show you why here in just a second. And what you're going to do is you're going to trace on your paper, trace this circle, just like this. All right, and then take your tube and put it right in the middle, and you're going to trace around your tube. All right, so you're going to do that 2 times and then cut out the big circle. So let's go ahead and do that now.
Raindrops are falling on my head, and just like the guy whose feet are too big for his bed.
So now that you've got your 2 circles cut, what you're going to do next is take your scissors again, and you're going to make some slits in the sides of your circles. So I'm going to start on one side, and I'm going to make a cut up to where the circle is that I drew in the middle. Remember, I traced around the tube that I was using, so I just make a slit over there, flip it to the other side and make another cut like that, flip it a quarter turn, make another cut like that, and then flip on the other side and make another cut like that. So you're going to have 4 slits around your circle. Be sure not to cut into this middle circle, okay? So these 2 circles, once you've got them cut, these are going to be the caps or the ends of your rain stick. It'll help keep the seeds or the popcorn kernels, whatever you're using, from falling out. So now take your tube, and you may need some help with this because this is a little bit tricky. It might be helpful to have another set of hands. But take your tube and your circle that you've got, and you're going to set it on top. And then now you've created some flaps that you're going to fold down over top of your tube. And this will just kind of help you keep it there in place. Once you've got them folded down, you're just going to take some of your tape, and you're going to tape those down so that this stays on the top. All right? Only do that on one end. Don't do it on the other end yet. We'll have to do the other side after we finish everything else. So go ahead and put this end onto your rain stick and take that.
Big for his bed, nothing seems to fit. Those raindrops are falling on my head, and they keep falling. So I just did me some talking to the...
So now that we've got the cap on one end of our rain stick, remember we want to leave this side open because we're going to put some things down in there. Got that cap on. Now it's time to get your aluminum foil. So you're going to rip off a piece of aluminum foil that's at least twice as long as the tube you're working with. Mine is a little bit longer, you can see there, but you want it at least twice as long. So when you rip it off, that's how long you want it to be. And you're going to take your aluminum foil and you're going to squish it down so that it makes one long snake, like this. Squeeze it down nice and tight. So now we've got our aluminum foil snake right here. And before we put it down into our rain stick, we're going to give it some curl. So we're going to kind of twist it around like a twisty turn curl, like I'm putting some beautiful curls in my hair. I think it'll look fabulous, don't you? So make some twisty turns in there and curl that snake up like this. All right. So you've got this twisty curl, and then you're going to shove that down into your rain stick, and you want to make sure that it stays twisted and stays curly while it's down in there. So let's go ahead and get that pushed down in. So we've got our aluminum foil twisty curl down inside of our rain stick tube. The next thing we're going to now do is add our sound. So whatever you decided to use, remember I decided to use popcorn kernels. You might want to use pasta noodles or rice or beans, whatever you've got around the house. And we're going to put some in there. I'm going to use a funnel just to make it a little easier to get in there so I don't make a big mess too. And you can choose how much you want to put in there. You don't want to fill it up all the way, but you don't want to put like 2 kernels in there because you want to get a great rain sound as those kernels or those beans travel through your rain stick. So you're just going to dump some in. We'll say that's enough. And already, as I poured them in, you can sort of hear that rain sound already starting. So once you got those in, you don't want them to get out, right? So you're going to need to take your other circle that we cut those slits in and put the cap on top on the other end. So let's get that.
Raindrops keep falling on my head, but that doesn't mean my eyes will soon be turning red. The cry is not for me, 'cause I'm never gonna stop.
So once you've got both caps on, you're basically finished with the sound part of your rain stick, and hopefully you enjoyed turning it already and can kind of hear that rain sound in there. So you turn it back and forth, and as those kernels or seeds or beans or rice or whatever you use travel through there, they kind of bounce around in there and give you sort of that rain sound that we were trying to make in our rain stick. So you could be totally done with this if you wanted to, or you could of course decorate this and make it nice and beautiful. So maybe you want to take some markers and color on this, tie some yarn around it to have some strings dangling off like the rain stick I have in the classroom. You can decorate it however you want to make it look fabulous. But stars, I hope today you enjoyed doing your rain stick. I hope that you will decorate and make your rain stick beautiful. And please, if you can, send me a picture of your rain stick or a video if you're using your rain stick if you decide to do that. Maybe if we all make a little rain inside of our house, some of this rain outside will go away so we can get back outside and play some. Stars, I hope you have a great day, and I look forward to seeing you and your rain sticks real soon.
Raindrops are falling on my head, and just like the guy whose feet are too big for his bed, nothing seems to fit. Those raindrops are falling on my head, and they keep falling. So I just